Hey, it's Melissa from Kiwibanana, and today I'm going to let you know that I recently got admitted as a barrister and solicitor of the High Court of New Zealand. Now, I don't hold a practicing certificate, so before you all get excited, I cannot actually practice law anywhere because I don't have a practicing certificate. So I can't advise people on legal matters, of course. And the main reason for that is because I am not currently working in the legal industry and I'm about to leave the country. So I can't get a practicing certificate, and no one's going to be able to issue me a practicing certificate to practice law if I'm not in the legal industry practicing law, unless I wanted to go on my own, and even then you'd still have to have so many years of practicing law experience. And I have very little of that. So and with me, I guess, going overseas, like, why would I get into a job and then be like, oh, well, a month or two later, see you later, I'm leaving the country now. It's not really a nice thing to do. So I'm also hoping, though, that we may be moving to Australia after our travels. Well, I would like to move to Australia, and so my partner. So it is happening. We're going to move to Australia after we finish our travel. And then, well, we're hoping to move to Australia. And I can use my admission here in New Zealand to be admitted in a state in Australia. Australia is made up of states, whereas New Zealand is a very little country. Once you have a practicing certificate in New Zealand, you can practice anywhere in New Zealand. In Australia, on the other hand, you have a practicing certificate for like a particular state, and of course you could probably apply to practicing certificates in other states as well. We're looking at possibly Queensland. That's looking quite high on the table at the moment of states to live in. I'm like a lawyer, but just can't give advice. But even calling myself a lawyer is like, just doesn't feel right. Even though I've spent so many years like trying to get this to happen, and it's finally happened, it just kind of feels a little bit, I guess you could say, surreal, like it's not really real. So anyway, the ceremony was in Christchurch, and the building there is actually going to be taken down, and they're going to have a new building. So that would be likely to be the last admission ceremony that was held in that building. The ceremony is very traditional. It has a lot of old traditions from England. But once you start getting along in the ceremony and everyone actually gets to speak, so the people that are being admitted do get to speak, and a lot of the time it's actually quite emotional. People are sharing their, the stories of their hardships, and being really grateful to their loved ones for for helping them along the way. So it was actually, it has its moments where I'm sure like people sitting in the audience is probably like, this is kind of boring, but the person being admitted, and even the moving council and the judge and that, like and everyone else that kind of, I guess it's at the court, they understand the importance of it, and I guess it's like your chance to put on a silly wig and a big gown and stand in the court. Like, it's not very often people actually get to address the court, address the judge, unless you already are a barrister or you're in trouble with the law. So yeah, I guess it's a pretty big day, pretty big moment, and I guess I just wanted to share this with you. And of course I'll try and pop over a few pictures and stuff over this so that you could get a little bit of an insight. I didn't get that many good photos. You couldn't take photos while the admission was happening, but definitely afterwards, and signing your name in the big book, and do anything wrong, your name gets crossed out of the big book. Yeah. Anyway, pressure's on. No, it's not. I'm a pretty good citizen, whatever that means. I just wanted to share this with you, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you've done something that makes you happy today. See ya.